Tired of spending money on fitness equipment you never use? What does this do anyway?
Each year, Americans spend thousands of dollars on fitness equipment they don't use. But it doesn't have to be that way. Stay tuned, and you too can get a great workout with the fitness equipment you already have at home. Start off your workout by placing your resistance band about 1 or 2 inches north of the knee. Start stepping side to side, trying to cover as much territory as possible. When you get to the end of the space that you are covering, come back so we get it nice and even. Make sure all 10 toes are facing straight forward and you get a nice burn in the outer thighs. Do one more round, just all the way there and back. I'm going to give you some music to move to. And for our next exercise, you have me here jumping up and down with the resistance band, and this just gives you a little extra burn. I'm alternating that with some pulses, and the pulse is just letting yourself come down just 1 more inch and then pressing into your entire foot before you come right back up. I didn't really count these. My recommendation is just take your pulses until you feel a nice burn and then get ready to explode. And here we go. I'm gonna explode any second now. Watch her go, and there she goes. No, maybe not. So starting with the toning portion of our programming, back leg lifts. Establish the position where you're hinged over that standing leg first. Make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders before you start pressing the air away in small little pulses. You'll get a nice little burn and then you ease off. Tiny burn and then ease off. Full range of motion. You're bringing the knee down to meet her sister and then taking it right up to that top spot. You'll know you got to the top spot because your hips are going to want to get out of place. Back is going to want to arch. Don't let your back arch. Be strong through the core. And try the other side. Soften the standing leg at all times. Cute glutes mean happy hip, so it's a win-win. And keep going. Side leg lifts with the resistance band. Now the most important part here to take into consideration is that resistance band is also pulling on that standing leg. So this is not only challenging the strength of the outer thigh, but holding you accountable in your core. That's why you can either use a chair or try to be as strong as possible through the midsection. And try the other side. Bring one arm up or both arms up. Keep your standing leg soft as you lift to the side. Here comes some more pulses. Get a nice little burn going with your pulses, and that's when you know that you're done. Up next, take a little break from this leg work and work your lats. So bow and arrow right here. You can either stand with your legs together or one leg in front of the other, just depending on how much you want to challenge your balance. Notice how I'm holding it. And try the other side. Now this is going to hit the top muscles of your back because we're so high up. So just make sure that your elbow is wide and out to the side like this so that you feel those muscles. It also gives you that super gorgeous deltoid cut in the back of the shoulder. Do about 10 of these and then take a hold. And that's it. That's enough of that, I guess. Moving right along. Clamshells, the famous clamshells with the resistance band. It just makes a hard exercise harder. The secret here is to keep that top hip stacked right on top of the bottom, and you're going to challenge your core there, but of course you're also challenging those outer thigh muscles. Now yes, this is an outer thigh heavy workout, but you know what, tomorrow you can use a Pilates ball and do the opposite, and maybe we'll do that sooner than later. But anyway, you can also do pulses here, right? So it's a tiny little pulse, 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 pulse. You're going to feel your abs burning to counteract that force of the leg going back there. So finish off until you feel that nice little burn, and then we'll try it on the other side. Lana really wants to be in this video. Try about 10 on this side. Again, trying to keep the hips stacked, trying to keep the shoulders stacked. You can have a yoga block under your head. What I recommend is trying to keep your head in line with your spine. So that means that you don't want to be supported on your hand or anything, because it's going to make you twist your neck in a funny way. Take it to your pulses here. Get that nice burn going. Maybe get a burn going and then do 2 more. And go past that threshold of what you think is possible. So moving right along with Pilates leg circles. So I stole these from a reformer class. Now you can do this on a yoga block, and it's going to take some stress out of your hip flexors. So if your hip flexors are achy or clicking, there's a good chance you might want to block. There's also a good chance that you would need to strengthen your hip flexors, which is great because that's the next exercise I have here for you guys. This is Lana. She's lovely. She's my baby. I love my baby. It's a good girl. It's a good girl. We have to figure out where she wants to hang for the rest of this video. Oh. Okay, well. Let's move on. So moving right along, we got to strengthen our hip flexors. So I moved this resistance band around my ankles, and when I pull my knee in towards my chest, it's going to change a little bit the position, and you feel like it's going to slip out, but it won't. You just have to make sure your foot is flexed. Start drawing that in towards your chest, and if you want more difficulty, lift head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. A very important part of this exercise is just keeping both hips on the floor. You're gonna wobble like crazy. That's where the good stuff happens. So try the other side. Right, so draw that leg in, bring the knee into the chest, give it some reps where you're bringing that knee in and then letting it go. Not letting your body wobble about, but being strong through the midsection. You can lift up head, neck, and shoulders. And keep going. And rest. So this last one's super weird. You're wearing like an 80s headband, but what I'm really doing is sliding my chin back and pressing it into the resistance band and strengthening the muscles in the back of the neck. If you suffer from neck pain regularly, get your butt to a chiropractor and then do this exercise. And you get to look fabulous. Yay, we get to stretch now. So now the resistance band is going to be around the ball of my foot. The ball of my foot, because that's not really the ball of my foot. It should be on the ball of my foot, because you want to draw your toes down. The more you bring your toes down towards your nose, the more you'll feel that stretch in the back of the leg, and you won't have to hike the leg up super high. You notice my leg's a little higher than it should be, and my knee is kind of bent. Probably something's aching or tight IT band stretch. Bring the leg over to the side across the midline of the body, but keep both hips down. And actually, you want to press the heel away and then ground your hip down to the floor and take deep breaths. And try the other side. Again, trying to get that resistance loop in the ball of the foot. But keep drawing the toes down. Try to lengthen through the heel. Maybe a little bend in the knee is okay. It's just indicative that something is tight. And whenever we're ready over here, we're going to take this across the midline of the body. Root the hip down as you send the heel away. That nice stretch in the IT band. And that's about it, my friends. Thank you for watching. I thank you. Lana thanks you. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more.